Everybody chill out. Lay down. Lay down. Go lay down. You, everybody out there, chill out. Lay down. Go lay down. I'm kidding, of course I'm kidding. How's everybody today? Not now. Open that. Okay, so, oh, Paul is here, and he's the first like. Paul, good to see you, man. What's up? Yeah, hope everybody is well. There's like two things that I want to talk about during this live. But we'll get to those after more people get here, because everybody hit that like button. Pony Person is here. Joe Torres is here. Evening Cap, taking a break from finals and dropping in. Good to see you, Joe. It's always nice to see you. Clone of Jonathan, alive. And I am also alive. Olivia Julius, $2. Stop. Lieutenant Commander Olivia time. Da-na-na-na. Da-da. Textical. Seasons greetings, Cap. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. All right. So yeah, how is everybody? Is your Christmas shopping done yet? Because as of tomorrow, it's a week till Christmas. So yeah, hope everybody is doing well. It is Saturday, isn't it? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Episode 3 of my Advent calendar video drops on my personal channel. And I actually do have a few things to say and talk about with the personal channel. So glad everybody's here. Gather around, everyone. Come listen to the captain. 13 people here, 5 likes. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Shay, Locomore Productions. Hello, Cap. Just watched the Romulan Rapier video. Ooh, nice, eh? Yeah, that was a cool ship to look at. I love looking at those old game design ships. They are very, very cool, some of them. They're very FASA-like in their design, which I appreciate. I like the FASA designs. Paul Graham, 14 watching, 6 likes. Fix that. Pony Person, it's already Sunday for me, which is unfortunate. Oh, no. Not quite for me yet. It's only 9:46. So, anyway. Yeah. So, as I was saying, I hope everybody has their Christmas shopping done or almost done. I think I'm pretty much done. I've got all the gifts and everything I need to get for people, I believe. And they are all wrapped. I just finished wrapping them some tonight for the Admiral. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are done your shopping or at least almost finished. If you're not, this is a friendly reminder to get on that shit, because Christmas will be here before you know it. So yeah, 15 people watching, only 7 likes. That's not even 50% hitting that like button. Hit the like button, guys. I'll wait. Or maybe I won't. Yeah, so yeah, that's one thing I want to talk about is Christmas. Get that shit done. We might have a nice Christmas surprise for you on Christmas Eve if all things pan out, which will be dropped exclusively on Trekyards. And also the last Advent calendar is also Christmas Eve. So if you're enjoying the Advent calendar videos, I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you for watching them and hitting like. If you're not subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel, you're missing out, because there's going to be a lot more content over there. I've been releasing more shorts and stuff over there as well. So I would suggest checking in at least, and hitting subscribe if you're able to, because I'd really appreciate that. Ethan the Beethan. I like it. What the fuck? I don't know, Ethan. What the fuck? What's on? What's going on? Why are you coming into my chat and saying what the fuck? What's going on? 7376 Films. Hello, Captain. This is Jeff Sturm. Sorry that I have been away for so long. Very sorry about that. Good to see you, Jeff. Why'd you change your name? Good to see you. Paul Graham. I'm hoping to get my pick line out on Christmas Day. Oh, ew. That's an awful day to do that. Olivia Julius, $2. Still waiting for my Christmas bonus for modding. Here it is. I'll give it to you right now. Thank you so much for modding for yet another year here on the Trekyards channel, Olivia, Commander Calkins, and myself. Appreciate it so much. You are truly an asset to the team, and we absolutely appreciate everything you do. You are amazing. There's your Christmas bonus. Ethan the Beathan. Santa's fake. Okay. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Paul Graham. I've only barely started shopping. It sucks not being able to get out. Yeah. That's what Amazon's for. Have that shit delivered. I've had so much stuff delivered this year. It's amazing. It's so nice just to sit at home and have them come to me. So, Joe Torres, got my son three major gifts and Oculus, the Dark Saber from Galaxy's Edge, and a signed XL Cerritos by Mike McMahon. Should I hold off the Dark Saber or the ship for Christmas? And one for his birthday on February 5th. That's up to you, my friend. That's a parenting decision. I don't know what to tell you. I probably couldn't wait or hold one for that long. Luckily, my daughter Cassie, her birthday is January 4th, which is like right after Christmas. Sylvia's birthday is also on December 31st. So that's on you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I would say it might be a good idea to hold off on one, but what do I know? Olivia said that's what I got last time. Yeah, we don't really like to change the formula here, Olivia. 7376. Well, Jeff Sturm. There has been one thing after another, and I am sorry that I got in the way. Don't be sorry. Life happens. Life's more important. So take care of what you got to take care of. Don't apologize for shit like that. Olivia, I watched the new Wonka today. Johnny Depp, eh? I enjoy it. It's definitely different than the first one, and they're both unique for very different reasons. So, yeah, I enjoy it. I don't know why everybody kind of poo-poos on it, but Paul Graham, we stupidly share Amazon accounts. Well, so do me and Sylvia. Sylvia and I, which is good because then I got her Amazon wish list right there, things that she's been perusing lately. But at Christmas time, I tell her to turn off notifications so she doesn't get notified when a parcel is being delivered or that it's being shipped, so she doesn't get the notifications. She has her own ways of getting stuff for me because I really don't pay attention to the Amazon thing anyway. So we do share an account because it doesn't make sense to have two Prime accounts. Just pay for one. But yeah, she signs out of it and she turns notifications off for it for the month of December because she knows it's a lot easier for me to just order stuff to the house. That being said, I got her a few extra things this year, which I actually had to go venture out of the house for. But it's things she specifically asked for, and I think she's really going to absolutely love them. So, yeah. Olivia, no, the new Wonka movie, the one that's in theaters now, the prequel. Oh, I haven't seen that one. Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Not a band account. Love you, Cat. Love you too. Thank you. Jeff Sturm says, was just watching the video comparing the two Enterprise models. They are both very impressive. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Paul Graham, good call, Cat. Yeah, she knows that... Like she always tracks the parcels and stuff to make sure that we get what we ordered and all that stuff. That's kind of her job all year long. But at Christmas time, I tell her, I got to order you stuff from Amazon. Your wish list is there. I see what you were perusing, what you saved for later. So I'll go in and like snipe some of that stuff for her. And yeah, she's just no notifications. So it's one of those things. And if she orders something for me, she puts it in her name for delivery. And if I order something for her, it's obviously in my name. So we know not to open each other's gifts. Now, there are these things for the household, like dog treats and stuff, which will come with another order or something. But, you know, we're adults about it. Jeff Sturm says, what do you think about life? What you said about life, you're right. Things happen. It sounds like something not so great happened, Jeff, and I'm sorry to hear that. But don't apologize for that. You did nothing wrong. Just because you can't show up to my videos, I'm not going to be mad or anything. Not everybody can be here, and that's fine. Hopefully you're okay, though. Olivia, it was decent and about an hour too long. Yeah, that's the way a lot of things are these days, though. Like this live. This live will be an hour too long. I'm sure of it. Joe Torres, I got about halfway through the Trekmas video you shared the other day. Chat us up about that experience. The Trekmas video. What Trekmas video? I don't even know what video you're talking about. Joe, let me know. Trekmas. Not a... Hold on, I got a message here. What is this shit? Oh, okay, she just reacted to something. Gotcha. Not a banned account. I took the whole week off for Christmas. Sorry if I don't make it to your video. Do what you gotta do, man. Jeff says you're the first person who seems to care. Well, of course I care. I mean, you're always here. You're kind of like a Trekyards member, or a family member, a Trekyardian. I mean, sounds like something serious, so I just hope everything's okay. Mr. Captain 93, which Trek character would be the best Santa? That's a good question. I mean, they could all the actors could probably do really good Santas. Admiral Forrest? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Not a Band Account has gifted 1 Trekyards membership. 'Tis the season for gifting. Thank you very much, Not a Band Account. So I'd like to welcome Mr. Captain 93 to the rank of Ensign. So Mr. Captain is now an Ensign for a month. You get to be in the fleet video, and you get to hang out with us on the Discord channel and stuff like that. So, yeah. Joe Torres, the one where you did the voiceover for the Xmas comic. Oh, yeah. That was for Text Trek. Yeah. Basically, they did a Star Trek Christmas special because there was a TNG comic from the early 90s that was about Christmas specifically. And there's a married couple. Well, first of all, this comic happens during season 1 of TNG, so the characters haven't really been established as, and especially in the comic world, things are a little different. Some of the things look a little off and all that, and the characters quite aren't established yet. But there is a married couple on the Enterprise in those comics called the Binkleys. Yeah, the Binkleys, and Stephen Fathery from Text Trek, who is a regular viewer here and has his own show called Text Trek on YouTube. Go look it up and check out the Christmas video. It's really fun. He asked if me and Sylvie would like to do the voices for the Binkleys, and we said yes. So we did the voices for that. There's a lot of voice talent in there, including Jesse Gender and Trek on the Tube and a few other Trek channels. So it was an honor to be asked, and I really thank Stephen for that. It was a fun experience. We didn't have many lines, but that's all right. And we're in the first, once the story starts, because they do a little bit of an intro, and then once the story starts, we're probably 5 minutes in. So Paul Graham, Cap is amazing and caring. At caring. Thank you. Santa Martok. Defiant is here. Captain Shaw and Chief O'Brien. Chief O'Brien would be a good Santa, yeah. Yeah. Pony Person, Q would be funny as Santa. Yes, he would. Paul Graham, thank you. Not a band account. Mr. Captain 93 says, I'm Ensign now. Welcome aboard, Ensign. You'll see what ship you're serving on in the next one of the upcoming fleet videos at the end of our videos. Heavy Cap says, Captain, what are you getting for Christmas? I don't know. It's not Christmas, and I don't know what I'm getting. I'll have to wait till I open it. Then I can tell you what I got. Not a band account. Any word on Captain Shaw returning for Star Trek Legacy? No, just that there's multiple ways that they could bring him back. They kind of wrote that in. Well, Terry has it like notes of how they could bring him back multiple ways. So, Defiance says, I adore Jessie Gender. Awesome. Yeah, I met her in at Mission Chicago, the Star Trek convention, and it was nice to meet her. Got a picture with her. Yeah, great content. Defiant says, there is no info on Legacy at the moment. It's not even greenlit. Exactly. LDG is here. It says, good evening. Good evening. All right, since we got a good number of people here now with 23 and only 19 likes, hit that like button if you're just joining us or you haven't hit that like button yet. Since we're here, we'll talk about what I want to talk about. There's two main things, both talking about the Captain Foley personal channel. Three things actually. There's a few things about the Captain Foley personal channel. Anyway, more videos. I want to do, like on Fridays, I'm releasing like a short video every Friday now, whether it's an actual YouTube short or it's just a video that's around a minute long. I want to add those in just to spice things up. I think in the new year, I will be doing more than one video a week over there as well. So that's the first thing. The other thing is, if you're used to watching this channel and you like the Captain Foley gameplay videos where I play like Bridge Crew or do VR stuff or play Jedi Survivor, anything like that, that's not happening here on this channel anymore. That stuff's all been shuffled and moved over to the Captain Foley personal channel for the simple fact that I hit different genres. Like I said, like I'll play Call of Duty or I'll play The Seventh Guest, like a horror themed game, or Bridge Crew. Bridge Crew should still technically stay here, and I don't know, I might stream it here, but I want to have all the gameplay stuff on the Captain Foley personal channel because it's more of a varied channel. So if you're used to watching those and you like the Captain Foley Plays playlist, that's going to all be moved over to the personal channel moving forward. That being said, I'm also thinking of doing some of these lives over on the Captain Foley personal channel because, again, they don't really fit necessarily with the flow of what is Trekyards. So the reason I do them here is because I get a bigger audience and you guys might not be subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel, so you might miss out on that stuff. Paul just shared the link for the Captain Foley personal channel, so please open it in a tab, go subscribe to it if you are not already. Lots of content over there that's not necessarily all Star Trek related. There is, of course, Star Trek related content over there, but I also do other things as well. So if that's something you're interested in, go check that out, please, because like I said, there's going to be a lot of stuff kind of moving over there. And I might even do lives over there. I was actually going to do this live on that channel, and I'm like, I should probably let people know first. So if you're watching this after the fact, or if you're here now, make a mental note that you should subscribe to the Captain Foley personal channel and click that bell notification icon to all. So if I do go live over there, you won't miss it if you really want to hang out with me on the lives. So there's that. What is the other thing? I thought there was another thing. There might be another thing. I might remember it later. I don't remember right now. But so those are the two main things, is that the gaming videos are going to be over there from now on, and the lives are probably shifting over there. Oh, and yeah, I'm really seeing more content over there as well. So just, and like I said, the Friday videos are just like a minute or under, and they are just something to, hey, have a nice Friday surprise. And it's short. You guys can watch it with no issues, whether you're at work or whatever. It's not like a 20-minute long video or anything like that. So if you could hit the like button and show your appreciation for that kind of stuff, I would really appreciate it. Um, you know, go check it out. Hold on just 1 second. Hey, just needed to move a plant a little bit more onto the shelf. Don Don is here. Hello, Don Don. War God 6. I always hit the like when I join random lives. Random lives are never disappointing. Enjoyed the new old Romulan rapier. Yes, it was a fun video to make, and there's more coming. There's more coming from those that Star Trek Legacy game. So, Paul Graham, yes, shared the link to the Captain Foley personal channel. Trekyards is here. Hello, Trekyards. Defiant, Mr. Raven Productions. It's not even worth asking about Star Trek Legacy right now until Paramount or Dave Blass or Terry Metalis says something. It's true. Jeff says the Star Trek Legacy game had some great ships. It did. It had some good gameplay as well. Also, all the captains voiced their roles. It was the last time we had an official Cisco voiceover, and also the last time for Archer, for Scott Bakula doing Archer. So Avery Brooks and Scott Bakula lent their voices to it. It's a fun game. It's on console and PC. So 31 of you here now, which is great. 22 likes. Hit that like button, guys. And keep in mind that this channel is, this video specifically is just kind of informing you what's going on in the Captain Foley personal channel moving forward. Lots more content, including lives and including gameplay videos. They're not going to be on the Trekyards channel anymore. Just because. I should have done it years ago. I've been playing with the idea of moving the gaming stuff over there. But again, it's like 70,000 viewers versus like 3,000, right? But the 3,000 that are following me are, you know, the same ones that will tune in. So it's a numbers game, but the numbers just sometimes don't add up, the amount of viewers you have versus who's tuning in. So regardless, it's better for the channel, for the Trekyards channel, for the analytics and stuff to not do videos that are live that people won't watch. Mr. Captain 93 says, next we need a Captain Foley cooking channel. Well, surprisingly enough, I do cook, and I'm very good at it. It's something that I don't always enjoy doing, but I've been told I do it well by many people, and I've been cooking a lot more lately. I'm not doing a Captain Foley cooking channel, but that being said, you might get a cooking video or two if you really want to. I mean, when Samuel is here, when he comes in August after Star Trek Las Vegas, when he comes and visits me for a week, we might do something, the Cap and the Commander in the kitchen or something silly, right? That might be on Trekyards because it's both of us, but I think I would probably shuffle that off to the personal channel as well. Just take note that the personal channel is changing, but not changing. It's just expanding, getting more content, and I want to be more creative. I want to get more videos out a week. I'm not going to flood the channel with like a video a day type stuff like that. Like, you don't have to worry about missing anything. But yeah, and bear in mind too, this is the other announcement I want to make, that tomorrow is the next Advent calendar video with Admiral Sylvia and myself. And then the final one is on Christmas Eve on the Sunday. So you have Advent calendar stuff coming. Also on the Trekyards channel, because the Advent stuff's on the Captain Foley personal channel. On the Trekyards channel, we're working on a special treat for you guys for Christmas Eve. So keep your eyes out for that as well. It won't be a super long video, but it'll be really fun. It involves Mr. Matt Boardman, who is one of our moderators, who doesn't appear to be here right now tonight. But speaking of, can Paul or Joe or Olivia, can you put in the live, on the YouTube live moderators chat, just bring it to everybody's attention that I'm live in case like FleetPod doesn't know. Because I know FleetPod sometimes doesn't get notifications. Sometimes he's too busy, which is fine. But could you guys let him know, please? Thank you. Olivia Julius, $5. Dang it. You're not retiring to realize your lifelong dream of becoming a full-time pug tamer. No, I'm not. Pony Person, cooking channel sounds great. Would love a recipe for bouillon tomato soup. I do have a Star Trek cookbook. I wonder if that's in there. I mean, a lot of people probably have this book, but that's okay. Oh, shit. Shit, son. Dun, 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 dun. E, e, e. The Star Trek cookbook. Let's see, what were you asking about? Bouillon tomato soup, is that a thing? Let's see. Beverages. No, there is where the hell did it go now? There is a Rene Abenois Odo's baked tomato bruschetta. But yep. Eat. Of course. Put that in the wrong order. Of course I did. Sorry, just. Alright, I'll put those down. Mr. Cap 93, we need a Trekyards ship review of Santa's sleigh. That'd be kind of cool. Can do warp, just so you know. Jeff says, I like the USS Washington, an NX era ship that looked like a direct link to the 1701. I think I know which one you're talking about. Didn't think it was called Washington, though. I know it is something else. But yes. Feed Me Seymour says, howdy, Captain. Let's see. Paul Graham, I want to help with a Cap and Commander in the Galley show. Do you? Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Trek or not, it's okay. IR here. I compensate for Matt. IR fully functional. And you are also smart, and you will also make us go. Is that correct? I think that's correct. This fucking chair kind of pissing me off as of late. That's better. Dorimi Facilati Falat Edo. Doremi. I hope I said that right. Should have titled it Captain Time, and it actually flows as smoothly as Hammer Time. I should have. God damn it. I'll change it later. And also carries a few other meanings, like you're capping time, or it's time for capping. Be versatile. I'll take that under advisement. I should have done that, actually. But, yeah. Anyway, Feed Me Seymour. I had a question. Some people dislike the J.J. Abrams Enterprise, but my question is that if that wasn't the alternate original Enterprise, but is the design of, say, Enterprise H in the future, I think the ship looks cool, but doesn't feel right for the original Enterprise. But I do like the design, so I thought, what if they say after the Enterprise G or H, could it look like the Abrams version? Sure, yeah, it could be the Enterprise from Discovery. That's the kind of look it has. The size and the look of it, it's like that could be the Discovery, and I mean Discovery 32nd Century, seasons 3 and 4 Enterprise is what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely could work as a future Enterprise. Would that be more acceptable, or do you still dislike the design? I'd still dislike it, but it'd be way more acceptable. Way more acceptable. The thing I don't like about the JJ or the Ryan Church Enterprise is the proportions of it. especially the top view with those nacelles. They're way too close together. It looks god awful. You spread those apart a little bit. It's like some other things. Just spread them apart, and it's a lot better. So, yeah, the proportions are all fucked on it. But other than that, yeah, it's neat enough design for a future Enterprise. Paul Graham, I'm getting my hair done, so my phone is 2 inches from my face, and I can only barely read the screen. That's for you, Paul. Ah! War God 6. Ever had gach? It was a dare. How do Klingons enjoy that food that fights its way down? Ugh. Ugh. Jeff says, it was the Star Trek Legacy. I think it was called the Yorktown class. Yorktown. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yes, it's a great ship design. But I didn't know it as the Washington. I knew it was the Yorktown. So thank you. Feed Me Seymour. I think the ship looks cool, but doesn't feel right for the original Enterprise. Oh yeah. We already gone over that. Pony Person, USS Santa, Rudolph class, planetary supply frigate. I like it. That's great. Paul Graham, I'm going to wrap up my arm and take my first shower in 4.5 weeks. Sponge baths before. I'm not a heathen. Thank God. I could probably smell you from here, Paul. Trekyards, sorry, I didn't notice you posted there. Oh, talking about the Yorktown thing. Psh. Birth defect. Do, re, mi, fa. Listen. Sound of music. For fuck's sakes, lol. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Sure. Jeff. That's okay. Okay. Trekyards. The Captain's Mars fried chicken. I don't really make fried chicken. I do make chicken, and I do chicken very well, whether it be in the oven, in the pan, or on the grill. It's never dry. It's never botulism or salmonella filled. It's always cooked, and it's never overdone or dry. So, JJ Enterprise is the size of 1701D. It is, yeah. Feed Me Seymour says, do you think the Section 31 movie will take place in the Prime Past or stumble into the Kelvin universe? Very good question. I think they'll probably put it back into the Strange New Worlds era, which is a different timeline, but that's all right. Because I think they would do a crossover. Either have somebody from Strange New Worlds come into the movie, or even have Giorgio show up in an episode of season 3. As kind of a tie-in crossover thing. So that's what I think is the most likely to happen. But anytime would be great to see what they could do with it. So I don't know. That's a good question. Paul Graham, kiss, lol. Feed Me Seymour says, love your library. Oddly looks similar to mine. I'm glad you like it. Olivia, does a deer, a female deer, me, a name I call myself. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You know the words. So I pulled out that cookbook, and this came with it. My Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan photo story. This is my original from way the hell back. So much so, look, I signed my name in cursive. Stuart. I don't know how fucking old I was. Actually, I just signed that yesterday. That's how my writing looks. No, but let's see. When was this published? 1982. Holy fuck. So I would have been 8 if I got this when it was brand new, which I think I did. I might have got it a few years later. But it's a photo book, and it's so old that it's actually falling apart. The spine, the glue has given away, so... But it's the photo story of the movie. He tasks me, and I should have him. I'll chase him round the moons of Nibia and round through perdition's flames before I give him up. I'll chase him around the moons of Nibia, around the Antares maelstrom, and through perdition's flames before I give him up. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. All right. Caven says, unless Bashir shows up in the Section 31 show, it's not a real Section 31 show. That'd be cool, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Watch this, then I do it. It's like Captain Foley said they wouldn't do that. Pony person, Rudolph class could have long underslung nacelles on a slightly boxy saucer section with an oversized navigational deflector on the front. A red glowing deflector. Feed Me Seymour. Emperor Giorgio in Discovery explains she had a son once, but that is mere universe. What if she goes strange new worlds and Sulu is her son? That's racist, probably. SETI Transmedia. Are you going to check out Rebel Moon? I did already. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's really well done. Feed Me Seymour. He died in Mirror, but alive in Prime. Giving her a second chance to be a mother. Because that's what she is. Joe Torres. Hey, what did those ships sell for? And how off were you on your final bit? I didn't pay attention. I lost track. I didn't follow up on them. The one I asked if they could ship to Canada, and they're like, well, let me look into the pricing. And I'm like, here's my address. And they never heard back from them. So, because they were willing to maybe ship it across the border. I got other shit going on right now this time of year. Money-wise, I don't need to be buying Diamond Select ships, Joe. Sorry. I tuned out of the auction. Don, I was hyped about Rebel Moon, but my mind was made up. I'm more hyped about Maestro, directed by and starring Bradley Cooper as Leonard Bernstein. Now, Rebel Moon, I assume you're talking about the Star Wars fan film called Rebel Moon. If you're talking about another project, then I haven't seen it, but I don't know. Jeff says, Captain Bashir of a medical ship. Paul Graham, 34 watching, 27 likes. Why? Why don't these match? 31 watching now and 27 likes. Guys, hit that like button if you haven't already. What's there not to like? Me, obviously. Fine, I won't take it personally. Birth defect. Is that the at Doremi referring to Sound of Music? The Doremi. Yes, I believe it is. Jeff says, is Carl going to be in Section 31 movie? Probably not. I would kind of hope not. I say I would hope not. I don't really care, but I don't think so. I would imagine not. Feed Me Seymour says, has Sulu's parents ever been in the original series? We know his daughter appears in a movie. Giorgio could be his mother. Not racist at all. Earth in the 23rd century, people live whenever, so why not? I'm just saying. I just said it was racist because, he's the only other Asian character. They must be related. Yeah, just silly. Dumb. Mr. X, in DS9 episode Dominion, why you think Captain Kyo didn't separate the USS Odyssey and have the Star Drive engage the Dominion fighters in the Gamma Quadrant? It was too expensive to show on screen. And they didn't want to use the old footage. That's why. I don't know. That's an interestingly good question. But see, it was also, well, it wasn't wartime yet. I don't think that was before the war actually started. Yeah, that's kind of. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. Why didn't they separate the Enterprise more often than they did when they should have? Speaking of Maestro, I'm loving its soundtrack album. Cool. Barry F. Sulu was just the ship's pilot, not that interesting of a character. Don Don, well, Kirk is my number one TOS character and my number one captain in all generations of Star Trek. Kirk's pretty great. I think I prefer Cisco more, though. Feed Me Seymour. Well, we know that all the OG cast will eventually turn up in Strange New Worlds. I think this would make a great way to introduce Sulu and connect it to the Section 31 story. I don't. Please don't do that. Birth defect. Wasn't Sulu's daughter in Generations Korean? Isn't that racist? Oh, fucking no. Not if his wife was Korean. Or the lady he knocked up. I don't know. God damn it. Kung F are cooler. Been playing Star Trek Conquest on my PlayStation 2 again. I have to say it is quite a fun Star Trek version of a board game Risk. If you haven't tried it, I suggest you give it a go. I never played Conquest. I have watched gameplay of it. It's not for me. I don't like the go to the quadrant and win the quadrant. The other game for the PS2 that's very similar to Conquest is Star Trek Encounters. It's the same kind of battle dynamic, the same kind of gameplay as far as that goes, which I find pretty interesting, actually. I'd much rather play Encounters than Conquest. So, but that's me. I mean, a lot of people are into that turn-based taking over the galaxy or taking over the world map thing. I'm not. It doesn't really do anything for me. Trek or not, I suspect the saucer of the D was its weakness as the star drive was intended for combat. The power draw of the saucer, as well as the increase in target size and reduction in maneuverability, would not have helped. All very good points. Feed Me Seymour, the one I'm most excited to see if they introduce is Chekhov in Strange New Worlds. I mean, I don't know if he will appear, but it would be fun, especially if he can't save Wessex. Chekhov would be quite a bit younger though, and I know he was like 17 when he got assigned to the Enterprise or something because he was a prodigy. But they could probably. I wouldn't put it past them to introduce a young Chekhov for sure. Yeah, and I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that. Pony Person. Now I can't stop thinking about the design of the Rudolph class. Wish I could make a model, but I'm much too incompetent to design things. Oh my god. Barry F. Most Federation ships without their saucer sections look like a duck with their heads cut off. Oh, that's sad. Joe Torres, I gotta get back to my finals. Catch up with you later. See you later, Joe. Good luck on your finals. Trek or not, has there been any news regarding Babylon 5? Not that I've heard. Jeff says, Captain, I will tell you what is going on later on Messenger. Okay. Hope everything's okay. Hope everything is okay. Trek or not, the D had additional weapons on the connecting hull? Question mark. An additional rapid torpedo launcher? Question mark. And is only available when separated? Question mark. So you mean when it's in its Cobra head formation or with the saucer separated? It had a phaser ring up there on the top of the neck, but I don't know about the other things. Cave and Maven, Cisco versus Janeway. I have no doubt Janeway could have ran Deep Space Nine, but could Cisco have handled the Maquis as crew members if he captained Voyager? Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy. That's an amazing question. I don't think he would have dealt with the Maquis quite as well. And if one of the Maquis betrayed him, as Eddington did in DS9, there would have been hell to pay on that ship. I don't know. That's a good, yeah, that's a good thought experiment for sure. I think Janeway would have been fine with the S9, as you said, but Cisco in the Delta Quadrant? Yeah, I don't know. Feed Me Seymour says, based on a timeline, they could introduce a 14 to 15-year-old Chekhov as a child prodigy, an episode based around a kid that has been used before twice in Stranger Things. Yeah, they could do that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Honestly, it seems to make sense, so I would be fine if they did that. Birth defect. Was D the only ship with weapons hidden by the saucer? Yes. As far as we know, if you're talking about enterprises, I would say yes. Trekyards says, I think I seen an old diagram years ago indicating a rapid torpedo launcher on the head. Maybe. There's a lot of beta cannon stuff like that, so it's possible. It's possible. Kung Cooler, I'll call you. What did you think of the storyline for the Star Trek game Shattered Universe? I thought that was really cool. And the fact they got Sulu and Chekhov to reprise their roles, well, Walter Koenig and George Takei to reprise their roles was great. The story, it's a little odd in places, but overall it's a really fun ride. I played that back in the day, and the only way I could beat the game was to use cheat codes. That game is remarkably difficult. I would love to go back and replay it though. So, but yeah, it's a fun one, and to see the Mirror Universe Monster Maroon uniforms and see all of the Federation ships that we saw in that, plus the Orions, the Klingons, the Tholians. They threw everything in there. Did I say Romulans? Klingons, Romulans, all of them. They're all in there, so it's really great. Plus the Doomsday Machine, the Ultimate Computers in there, Balak and the First Federation ship from Corbomite Maneuver, as well as those probes. There's also the Space Amoeba from the Immunity Syndrome. So there's a lot of stuff that they covered in that game, and I thought that the way they wrote that story to incorporate all that stuff was kind of fan servicey and kind of just scattergunning all of the Star Trek's greatest hits into a game. But I didn't mind. I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun, especially at the time. So, Barry F. If Trees Could Scream, Deep Thoughts by Jack Hendy. Jeff says Janeway would have done great on DS9. Oh yeah. Pony Person. I also think I remember the Cobra head having additional weapons on it. At least one, and that's that front phaser strip. Other than that, maybe. I don't remember ever seeing that. Makes me want to go get my Diamond Select Enterprise D and take the saucer separated to see what's on the head of it, but that's all the way downstairs. Feed Me Seymour. The saucer from Enterprise D with Deep Space Nine docking arms would be a hilarious museum. I mean, if Geordi didn't rebuild the Enterprise. Yeah? Trek or not, Prometheus, I think, had hidden weapons. Prometheus did, yes. So yeah, there was another one then that did. So, but that's a different. That's the purpose of the ship, to be separated and to have that tactical advantage in battle. So yeah, I should have said that. I apologize. I'm so stupid. Mr. Captain 93, does Strange New Worlds bring back Harry Mudd? They absolutely could. Yeah. Kung Cooler says, would the Defiant have been better choice of ship to have been lost in Delta Quadrant? Fuck no. The Defiant's small, man. That wouldn't have been great. I mean, Voyager's not huge either. It's quite small, but it was the most advanced ship at the time. So is the Defiant, but for different reasons. It's not built for comfort. Like they share rooms. They're bunks. I would not want to be lost in the Delta Quadrant on the Defiant. So I mean, you saw the problems that happened with a smaller ship in Equinox, because the Equinox is a much smaller ship than Voyager as well, and they all went kind of a little bit crazy. At least the captain. They didn't have holodecks for downtime or recreation. They, they went a little loopy. So I don't think Defiant would have done good in the Delta Quadrant at all. We got 6. Would this nebula have saucer separation? Yes, absolutely it does. Barry F. The nebula would look particularly ugly after a saucer set. It absolutely would. But yes, they did have it. Trekyards, the version of the nebula with the mini saucer nacelles might separate, giving the saucer warp capability. Yes. Actually, one of the uses for the nebula class, if a galaxy class separated the saucer and like the star drive section gets destroyed, effectively the saucer it's stuck. It can only go impulse. If it separates at warp, it has a warp sustainer, so it can maintain warp for quite a bit of time, but it'll eventually drop out of warp. So the nebula class could be used as like a tow truck, really, but you separate the saucer of it, send it out, attach the saucer of the nebula or the galaxy class to it, and take it home. So, yeah. Caven Maven. Ivan. We really need a show that is anti-Federation. If you could pick a species to lead that show, who would you pick? What story angle would be great to tell? Deep thoughts. Sorry, not sorry. A lot of people want to see the Romulans. We've seen a lot of the Klingons and their Klingon culture and stuff, so I wouldn't want it to be Klingons. Romulans are still a little bit more mysterious. That might be good. Also the Andorians. But she said anti-Federation. So Andorians wouldn't really work. A day in the life of the Borg, I don't know. I don't know. I think the Romulan one would probably be the best call for that. Feed me Seymour. What was the ship that Enterprise D was built from? Saucer was D, but the engine was from what ship? The Syracuse. Trekyards. It was not my intention to make you feel stupid. Yes, it always is. The Prometheus is very divisive. Pardon the pun. Pony person, I don't think separation would make sense for the Nebula class. Maybe explosive bolts in extreme emergencies, but not like Galaxy. Too bad, because it did. So, okay. Kind of was one of its purposes, actually. Jeff says Nebula class has its good aspects and its bad aspects, as do all ships, I think. Hello, Ers. War God 6. As a kid watching Generations, I first remember seeing the Nebula in Generations. I missed a lot of TNG, so I literally thought that the Nebula was salvaging the saucer. I've heard that from a lot of people, that they assume that as well. Star Trek. Breen. Breen would be an interesting show. Actually, so would the Cardassian one. Cardassian show might be kind of cool. Changelings in Dominion would be good. Would it though? I don't think there'd be very much interesting going on there. Birth Defect. I would love an Andorian series pre-Federation. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. Trek or Not, a series where each episode is from the perspective of a different race at different times in Trek timeline would be cool. Yeah, an anthology series like that would be awesome. And call it anthology or Star Trek Worlds of Possibility or something. So every week there's a different world you're on. Barry F, $5. Give me your con face. God. Oh, is that what you wanted? I don't know. Jeff says Nebula is Generations was named after the Farragut that Kirk was on. Kung says I would love to see another Star Trek Armada game. I found that series of Star Trek games quite enjoyable. Star Trek Armada is one of my favorite Star Trek games. That and Armada 2. They really do need to do an Armada 3. Now they have Star Trek Infinite, which is trying to be, and it's not as good by any stretch of the imagination. Graphically, it's better, but yeah, Star Trek Armada needs an official new game for Armada 3. There is a Stellaris. Is it a Stellaris mod or Sins of the Solar Empire mod that is essentially called Star Trek Armada 3? But I don't really like the gameplay in it. Feed Me Seymour, do you think the crew of the Syracuse be peed off that their ship was cannibalized for Enterprise D as they served on Syracuse only to see it cannibalized, or would they be honored for flagship? Probably a bit of both. Might have some grudges held by some people, and other people like, oh my god, that's amazing. Any survivors from the Syracuse? I'm pretty sure it was a ship that was decimated in the Dominion War. The saucer was scrapped, and the secondary hull was like, yeah, we can use this for something. So, but yeah, probably both. Mr. Captain 93, Star Trek Travelers, follow around Wesley. Star Trek Travelers. Star Trek Q. A show all about the Q. Them jumping to different sections of the galaxy and yeah. Star Trek, Keeping Up with the Cardassians, Anti-Federation TV show. Pony Person, wasn't there a Star Trek Armada 3? There wasn't, no. There was a Starfleet Command Volume 3, but there was no Star Trek Armada 3, no. Trek or Not, did Disco rip off Andromeda somewhat? The whole moving to the future after a fallen Federation. Not really. I always, when I watch Andromeda, I always think this would be better if it was like Kirk. If Jeff Sorbo was like the character who was Kirk. And it's like the Federation's been gone, but they're trying to restart the Federation. I always thought it would be cool. But they're both created by Gene Roddenberry, so no, I don't think Discovery did that. No. And no, you don't remember anything about Armada 3. Pony Person. The only thing you would know about Armada 3, or I've heard of, is, like I said, the Sins of this. No, it's not Solaris. Is it Solaris? I don't know. It's either that or Sins of the Solar Empire. There's an Armada 3 mod for that changes the whole game into Star Trek from its original base. So there's that, and then there's also Starfleet Command Volume 3, which is right in the name, Volume 3. So you might be thinking that. There is no Star Trek Armada 3. I wish there was. Mr. Captain 93, Star Trek Mr. Adventure, Life After the Closet. If you ever got out of the closet. Joe Brown, when is the next Trek Versus Live going to be? Trek Versus Live going to be? Good question. Possibly this upcoming week. We are working on like 2 other game formats so we can mix up the games a bit. But did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy the Trek Versus? Because we thought that was fun. We've made some tweaks and changes, so the next time we do it, it'll be a little bit more streamlined and a little bit more interesting, a little bit more variety, a little bit more variety in it. So I'm glad you liked it, though. War God 6, Star Trek Elite Force was fun. I didn't get to play the second one. Elite Force was fantastic. Elite Force 2 had better improved graphics. It was on the Enterprise E. It was on a Sovereign class. But it was a much shorter game. Much shorter, and the storyline was not anywhere near as good. So it's a bit of a shame, actually. Check or not, same could be said for the Enterprise A renamed ship and the Defiant renamed ship. Not really, no. Or were they new builds? They were Enterprise A. Rumor has it was either the Yorktown or the, what the fuck is the other name of the ship it could have been? I can't remember offhand. And just renamed. But yeah, the Defiant was a new build. So Q and Tremaine. I think you mean Trelane. Yeah, that'd be an interesting show. Jeff says Kevin Sorbo. What did I say? Did I say another name instead of Star Trek Quantum Leap? I want a Star Trek What If show. That's what I want. Sabertooth Raptor. Loved Armada 1. Loved doing the instant action mode using all 4 sides to take on an AI. The AI only used one side. Loved Armada 2. It would mod Defiant to fire quantum torpedoes. I would mod Defiant. Yeah, there's a mod for Armada 2 called I can't remember. But it adds more races that are playable, and it also improves the graphics and somewhat. What the fuck is the name of the mod? Somebody Google it for me. Star Trek Armada 2 mod. It's got an interesting name. I can't remember though. God damn it. Pony person, I'm going to Google that real quick to be sure. Go for it. Barry F. Wasn't it Trelane? It was. Trek or not, that 4-foot NX Doug posted was sick. Joe Brown, I thought the Trek Versus was awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Star Trek Quantum Leap, the USS Explorer, trying to get back to its timeline. Will its crew ever see home again? Bum, bum, bum. Theorizing that one could time travel within his own lifetime, Dr. Sam Beckett stepped into the quantum accelerator and vanished. He awoke to mirror images that were not his own. I forget how that goes exactly. And then desire, some kind of urge to set history for the right. His only companion on this journey was Al, a hologram from his own time that only Sam could see and hear. So setting right what once went wrong, and hoping each time that his next leap would be the leap home. Yeah. Anyways, that was embarrassing. Anyway, you can still buy Elite Force 2 online. Yes, you can. Sabertooth Raptor, Star Wars Empire of War had a Star Trek mod for it. Wish they did an Armada type game based on the Dominion War. Pony Person, well, I did misremember that. Human memory for the fail. I told you that you misremembered it, but nobody believes me. Feed me Seymour. Would love to see Gary 7 make a comeback. Think the idea could be cool, and it comes from Gene. I think you could make the show new and with new cast and a reboot. Yes, 100%. You said Jeff Sorbo. Did I? That was stupid of me. Birth Defect, a Trill pseudo anthology series following a symbiote through different lifetimes. Don't sign me up for that. The USS Enterprise, NCC 1701A, was a new ship too, after all, as Scotty said in Star Trek 5. Oh yeah, it was a new build, but it was originally named the Yorktown, and they changed it to the Enterprise before it launched. It was originally the Yorktown, or there's another goddamn ship it was supposed to be. Oh my God, forget the name of the ship. It's an odd name though. Feed Me Seymour, Indiana Jones and the Wrath of Khan. Trek or not, Star Trek sliders. If you saw a doorway leading into another universe, would you step through it? Feed Me Seymour, Indiana Jones and the Search for Spock. Barry F. I thought Trelane was Liberace, but I was a kid at the time. Indiana Jones in the first contact. Mr. Cap 93, Star Trek Kit, where the main computer is Kit from Knight Rider. Sabretooth Raptor. There was a mod for Armada called Future Tense. That's not the one I'm thinking of. I was hoping for it to come out, but it has not, as far as I know. It looked very nice. A lot of new unique ships. Yeah, that's not the one. I actually had it installed and played it quite a bit. But yeah. Pony Person. Favorite Star Trek game for me is still Star Trek New Worlds. First Trek game I ever played. Nice. James D. Kirk, You Only Live Twice. Shea Locomotive Productions. Captain, you all should have put the conspiracy aliens in the villains live. Should we though? No. Feed Me Seymour. What if Quantum Leap was the origin of how Star Trek discovers warp technology, so that the device was then trying to figure out warp travel, but it goes wrong? Could explain Sam Beckett. It can only leap within its own lifetime, though. So, no. Sabretooth Raptor. Most favorite Starfleet Command 3 mod ship would be the Armada class Starship, a Galaxy class like ship with Nebula pod. Yeah, that was pretty cool. In Star Trek Quantum Leap, in each leap into a different universe, they take a crew member with them from that universe that they had lost in that universe they were in. And in the end, none are the originals. I don't like that idea. Pony Person. Empire at War had also a great Stargate mod. Sadly, I can't get the game to work at all anymore. Trek or not. Wonder, did they recover the sign plate from the Enterprise for the A? Signed hull plate. Oh, don't know. You mean the Scorch? There's fucking no Scorch. That's fucking stupid. No. Feed Me Seymour. As a semi-serious but dark humor show, David Attenborough narrates alien species from Star Trek. You see them in their own environments, like each episode is a different alien race. That's hilarious. And if there's a movie, not a very well-known movie, but it stars Carmen Electra, and it's called Mating Habits of the Earthbound Human. And that's exactly what it is. It's talking about human mating rituals, and these two people that have this relationship, and it's all narrated by like this narrator like David Attenborough talking about the human species. It's absolutely hilarious. Look it up. Mating Habits of the Earthbound Human. It's a fucking great movie. One of my favorite. Well, it's like a guilty pleasure. It's also hard to find, so if you can find it, watch it. Feed Me Seymour. Now we see the Klingons engage. Is a command gathering for blood wine. Don says, I'm hoping for a kid-friendly computer-generated TNG series that serves as interquels between the TNG movies. I call it The Next Mission. Trek or not, it would be a double Scorch now. LOL. Barry F. I happen to like Carmen Electra. Me too. I'm a huge Carmen Electra fan, especially when I was younger. I was more into her then, but yeah, I love Carmen Electra, so I would suggest checking out that movie. Mating Habits of the Earthbound Human. It's well worth it. It's a fun movie. Birth Defect. That had the actor from Frasier narrate that movie. Yes. Guy plays Niles. I don't know the actor's name off the top of my head. So somebody knows what I'm talking about. If I mention it to other people, they're like, I've never heard of that. So, well, that's fair. But how about a Star Trek sitcom? I mean, we've got Lower Decks, so that covers it for me. Frasier reboot is good. I like it. It's comforting like the show Frasier, but it's different too. David Hyde Pierce, that's it. Thank you. Who wants to see me whip out my captain's log? Ta-da! Ooh, space distance conversions. Warp factor 10, infinite velocity, do not attempt. Here's some quotes from famous captains. No matter how far we travel or how fast we get there, the most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond the next star. They're within us. Captain Archer. There's a way out of any cage. Christopher Pike. Fear exists for one purpose, to be conquered. That's Janeway. Sometimes you can make no mistakes, do everything right, and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is something they didn't finish the quote here, but that's Jean-Luc Picard. There's no such thing as the unknown, only things temporarily hidden, temporarily not understood. Captain James T. Kirk. And lastly, we are consistently searching, not just for answers to our questions, but for new questions. And of course, it's Cisco. Disco. Star Trek sitcom, cartoons, Lower Decks, live action, Orville. Yes, yeah. Birth defect. If it had Carmen, how could it not? Could I not? Yeah, it's a great movie. Good luck finding it though. Pony person. Lower Decks gave me an aneurysm. Can't take animated Trek seriously since the original animated series. Well, then you're shit out of luck, because you're missing out on some of the best new Star Trek. That'd be Lower Decks and Prodigy. So, sorry for your luck. Mr. X, Captain, are you a fan of the Ambassador class Starship? Fuck yeah, bud. I absolutely love the Ambassador class. Check it out. There it is. San Diego Comic-Con Diamond Select exclusive gold Enterprise right there. Right there. Yeah, I love the Ambassador class. I used to hate it. Then I built the model, and now it's like one of my absolute favorite designs. Yes, hit like. Listen to Classic for Real. Feed Me Seymour says, for your expansion for your YouTube channel, you could do Captain's Logs, which is like a mini update on what's going on, what new episodes of Trekyards being made, etc. I used to do those all the time on Trekyards. They were called Captain's Logs. And I would talk about, basically they became these lives where I just talked to the camera and answered your questions and stuff, and now I can do it live, so that's what these are. But yeah, I'm willing to do something over there like that. I do have a new, like a Q&A thing over there where I'll do a Ask Me Anything kind of thing and then answer it in the next video. So yeah, I kind of already have that, but yeah, it's a great idea. Pony person, there's coffee in that nebula. That'll be Janeway, of course. Trek or not? If there is a Star Trek movie that could be remade, but replacing the cast with the DS9 cast, which would it be? Probably Nemesis or Insurrection. Trek or not? Voyage Home could be obvious. Yeah. Feed Me Seymour. How do you think Discovery will end? Last season soon, and do wonder how the show will end. Probably with Burnham being promoted to Admiral and the ship doing a spore drive and just gone. Nobody knows where it went. Just a missing ship. I can see them doing something silly like that. Or just correcting the timeline so that they never existed. Make everyone happy would be great. Trekyards says there is a Foley variant of the Ambassador. There is, made by Trekyards himself. It's pretty great too. So it's a 3 nacelled Ambassador class. Sabertooth Raptor. It would have been nice to see a large variety of starships in the Enterprise era show at the end of the series. At least one shot of the fleet would have been nice. Totally agree with you, and I thought we were going to get that. Never did. Pissed me off. Barry F. I love anything with a circular saucer section. Carmen liked it as Counselor Troy. Robert Westfall. Hey, a Cap. Quick query. How would you describe a hypothetical hyperluminal deceleration phenom that knocks out a planetary systems communication system? That would be a solar flare or a solar storm. Both are interchangeable. Shea Locomotive Productions. Captain, in your opinion, which main captain's name easily rolls off the tongue and sounds you're good doing it? For me, it's Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Yeah, that's a good one. That would have to be the one for me too, I think. Feed Me Seymour. Ambassador class is one of my favorites, and I think they could do a show set around its time, the Lost Era, not based on the Enterprise C, but another ship that's the center stage of its time. Yep, I've said the same thing. I would love to see the first of all Lost Era and more Ambassador class, but I don't want to see the Enterprise. So yeah, I agree. In your opinion, excluding J.J. Abrams' The Kelvin Universe movie, which Star Trek movie is the worst? Insurrection. Pony Person. There's a ship for anyone in Trek, but Miranda class is best. Workhorse of the fleet. The red shirt of the fleet. Solar flares or coronal mass ejections. Yeah, it's the same thing, but yes. Feed Me Seymour. Do you think in terms of movies they should follow the old pattern of Prime movies? First lot was from Kirk era, second lot was from Picard era, like a series of Janeway era movies? No, I think she's too old for that, and no. I would have loved to have seen the DS9 crew or the Voyager crew get their own movie when they're like after their series was over, but it's too late for that shit now. We're kind of getting that somewhat with Prodigy, with Janeway being in it. So, I don't know. Birth Defect, recast idea for a theoretical cast of a TNG reboot. I vote Hendricks for Crusher. I'm not going to even attempt that because that's been asked of me before. I have no idea who I would cast. I'm not good with that kind of thing. I would need to be looking at pictures. I would need to be going through like one that I kind of just pops into my head. Jason, fuck's sakes, Jason Statham for Picard would be kind of cool. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Feed Me Seymour. If Insurrection is the worst movie, can you give any good points that happened in that movie? Yeah, it's pulling in the gas with the ram scoops, sucking that in, and then using that to use the what the fuck is it? The shit that was banned by the Kittimer Accords. That they use like a zipper in space to like damage the ships. That was a hella cool. There's a lot of good stuff in Insurrection, but overall it's just not my favorite movie. Isolitico. Oh my god. Isolytic weapons. Is that what it is? Yes, I think so. Pony person. Red shirt of the fleet would be the Oberth, in my opinion. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll buy that. Robert Westfall. What? No Enterprise G, Captain? Enterprise G for what? What the fuck is that? What are you even responding to? Feed me Seymour. Kevin Hart as LaForge. The Raucous Picard. Feed me Seymour. Hugh Jackman as Riker. Oh, you gotta have Ryan Reynolds then as Data. Denzel Washington as Captain Sisko. Sabretooth Raptor. With the loss of the actors that played Odo and Nog and some others, the DS9 movie now would not work without them. They made the characters and no one could replace them. Yeah. No one would replace them. Odo would just be on his home planet with the Changelings where he ended the series at, and Nog could have been killed in a battle. You wouldn't replace them necessarily if you bring the original cast back. Problem is, it'd be really cool to have Sisko return, but Avery Brooks, of course, is retired from acting, and I don't think he's well enough to do that anymore. So it's a bit of a shame. But again, he's in the Celestial Temple, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Beat me Seymour. I was going to say Ryan Reynolds is Data, but you beat me to it. Will Ferrell as Odo. My God. That's a thought experiment right there. Wow. I'm just gonna put these books back. Hold on a second. Never ending story. Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm just going to show you something from my two of my favorite Star Trek games of all time. My Star Trek Starfleet Command Strategies and Secrets book. Now, the reason I like Starfleet Command, volumes 1 and 2 specifically, is because it's basically Starfleet battles, but turned into a computer game. Ooh, we've even got Star Trek Starfleet Academy Chekhov Lost Missions here, which is an add-on for Starfleet Academy. Forgot that was in there. But no, this Strategies and Secrets book is fucking great. It goes through all the basic stuff on the game and how to use the tools at your disposal most effectively, as well as for specific missions, the strategies and mission variables and stuff that you can use. So only problem is it's all in black and white. Not a big deal, but so there's that one. This also comes with the keyboard shortcuts, command and control, targeting and weapons, and flight controls. And then the second one, here's another one. Star Trek Starfleet Command Volume 2, Empires at War, Gameplay Manual and Reference Guide. Nice thick books. But same kind of thing. It's basically Starfleet battles, but for the computer. Like all the rules are here and stuff. So it's pretty cool. It gives you different strategies for different races as well, if you want to play the Klingons or the Romulans or the Gorn or anything. So pretty cool. Just wanted to share those with y'all. I got so many Star Trek game manuals here. Oh, there's another one. Fuck's sakes. Here, I'll show you these ones too. So we got this Starfleet Academy Cadet Training Manual. which just tells you how to use the radar and all the systems on the ship and all that shit. Starfleet Academy, which is cool. Keyboard shortcuts. There's that one. There's the Star Trek Armada 2 player's manual. Same thing. Goes through all of the classes of ships. Yeah, like the Romulan Star Empire, the Federation, the Borg, the Cardassians. It's pretty cool as well. There's also this one, which is the Spiral Edition, and this is just the instruction manual for Starfleet Academy, or sorry, for Starfleet Command Volume 1. Which I love. I love that it's spiral, so you can just like put whatever page you need. Kept that, and then I've got the Star Trek the Screensaver. Now this is from for Windows After Dark, which used to be a screensaver thing. So many great screensavers in here. See, I did install the After Dark screensaver, and then you added this as an add-on. There was also a TNG one. I also had a Star Wars one. But yeah, there's some of them on the back there. This one went through a lot of TOS monitor displays. There was Kirk on the bridge. He had the panels behind him, and then you'd see they'd cut to like the view screen and have different things from different missions on it. There's one that just did like really funky lines, which was awesome. Tholian Web, where the Tholians build the web around your ship. This is part of this one. They cut the things on the view screen. There's also triples. There's Mr. Spock phasering parts of your monitor. Shit. So many cool After Dark screensaver things. So, yeah. Anywho, put these back down. Do I have any other ones? This is the question. Got a lot of shit. Let's put that there. Even got the Star Trek Legacy, my PC game. Still up here. I do have all these games. They're all actually in a box downstairs. Anyway, lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff. With the Enterprise G comment, I was referring to you saying no Enterprise. No Enterprise for what? For the Lost Era? Well, it's way past the Lost Era. No, I really don't want to see an Enterprise C show, is what I was saying. Pony person, for Odo, the studio would be lazy and just say he took a different appearance. They could do that, yeah. Phoebe Seymour, Will Ferrell as Rod Burgundy as Odo. Trek or not, Jim Carrey as Odo with the face of his, yes, the rubber face. Robert Westfall, if he were still alive and available, the great Robin Williams as Geordi. I see a huge problem with that. Robin Williams is not black. So, no. Jason Momoa as Worf. No, they've already done that. It's called Stargate Atlantis. Barry F. I have that book from the game. Sergeant Montgomery, and those are EMP proof. What are? Jim Carrey as Quark. No. Robert Downey Jr. as Riker. Sure. Feed Me Seymour. Jim Carrey is definitely Quark. Jeff says, Captain, can you settle something? Does the USS stand for United Starship or United Starship? I prefer United Starship. Sometimes they say United Spaceship, which sounds really fucking stupid and a product of its time, the 60s. Yeah, I'm from the Spaceship Enterprise. No, you're not. You're from a fucking starship. But yeah, United Starship. Barry F. In Battlestar Galactica, it's called Dratus. Robert Westfall. Robin Williams as Q. That might be better. Birth Defect. I like Robin as Q. Feed Me Seymour. David Cross as the EMH Doctor. Robert Westfall. If he were still alive right now. Sure. Classic for Real. Oh, hey, I have that. Feed Me Seymour. Zed from Police Academy as Felix. Bobcat Goldthwap. Goldthorpe? Yeah. Goldwith. Yeah. Barry F. Tholians have no honor. It's true. Birth Defect. Kat Denning as Troy. I know why you say that. Feed Me Seymour. David Tennant as Scotty. Barry F. Don't make Troy too sexy. She wouldn't make a good counselor. Birth Defect. Oh God. PC Star Trek games. There was one I played. Voyager? I can't remember if that's right. The only Voyager one that I know PC game-wise would be Elite Force, which was fantastic. So, Robert Westfall. Okay, here's one for the books. Jason David Frank is Riker. I have no idea who Jason David Frank is. So, Trekyards. John Claude Van Damme as Riker's odd brother with better chair step over flexibility. Trekyards. Heard he once did the splits between two Defiant classes at Warp 7. Classic for Real. Bring back PM or Prime Minister Diefenbaker from the dead and have him play Picard. Fun fact, I'm related to Diefenbaker. Somewhere on my mom's side, I think he was like her third cousin or some shit. I don't know. I am related to John Diefenbaker in some way, so for better or for worse, there you go. But yeah. Anyway. So, to recap, hit that like button if you haven't. Subscribe to the Captain Foley personal channel if you're not already subscribed. Because my gaming videos are no longer going to be on Trekyards. They're going to be over on the Captain Foley personal channel. I'm considering doing a bunch of these lives over on the Captain Foley personal channel instead of here as well. So make sure you're subscribed and click that bell notification icon so you don't miss any lives if you enjoy this kind of thing. They might not go over right away, and they might not all be on the Captain Foley personal channel right away. I might do some over there, some over here, back and forth, and then eventually phase it out from Trekyards entirely. But kind of want your thoughts on that as well. Let me know what you think about that. Also, tomorrow is week 3 of our Advent videos, where Sylvia and I open up the Star Trek Advent calendar. We got 3 items tomorrow, so check that out. More content on the Captain Foley personal channel as well. More content a week, including shorts. Every Friday there will be like a short video that's around a minute long. It's just something bite-sized that you guys can sink your teeth into. I think that's it for what I kind of started off talking about here. So I know who Jason David Frank is. He has as much likelihood of being a Star Trek series in the future as Robin Williams for the exact same reason. Okay. Well, you probably guessed right about Dennings as Troy and Shed. She'd make the character less insufferable, in my opinion. Yeah, I can't stand Marina Sirtis personally, but I've talked about that many times. Phoebe Seymour Lost Era base sit on the Pegasus with young Riker, ensign level. Have Stargazer appear. Takes place about 10 years after the Enterprise C incident, hence no Enterprise. Sure, that'd be great. Robert says David Frank was best known as Tommy the Green Ranger. Oh, yeah. Never watched Power Rangers, but I know who you're talking about. Phoebe Seymour, shame the Green Ranger died. Yes. Rest in peace, Green Ranger. Sure. So yeah, anyway, on that very sad, awesome note, I guess, I think I'll call it there for tonight. But like I said, subscribe to the Captain Foley personal channel if you don't want to miss out on all the bonus content and just the kind of the restructuring of what's going on over there. Hopefully be doing more videos a week starting in January. I've kind of already started doing that, trying to do a few things extra a week. So if you guys are up for more Captain Foley content as opposed to Trekyards stuff's not going anywhere. We're still going to do all that stuff, but I want to do more Captain Foley stuff separately. So make sure you subscribe. It's that simple. Jeff says, Captain, I really appreciate you replying to me. Absolutely. I don't know why I wouldn't. So take care. Really appreciate you. Feed me Seymour. Tell Sam to move to Canada so you can produce the show together. No, I couldn't really stand him all the time. You know. And Robert says, good night, Mon Capitan. Yes, I'm going to call it there. So thank you to everybody who watched. And like I said, if you're not subscribed to the Captain Foley personal channel, now is the time to do so. The link is in the description of all of the videos here. Go check it out, subscribe, and click the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss any of the content. And check out the video tomorrow because it is Admiral Sylvia and myself doing an Advent. And a lot of people are really enjoying those. So anyway, until next time, I'm Captain Foley signing off. See you guys later.